How you doing? It's Jason Lutz with LO Socialbot. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this brief video about social media marketing and social media marketing in today's environment with COVID and all this craziness. So I want to do two things, I guess. First, I'm going to talk to you about how COVID has changed social media, at least here for hopefully the short term, but at least know that what's going on. And then secondly, how it is that you can sort of benefit from it, right? How it is that you can implement just some simple strategies so that you can win on social media, but at the same time, not like do a ton of work. Because I know right now you couldn't be busier. I mean, the mortgage industry is nuts, maybe busier than it's ever been. And yet, we know we need to be marketing on social media, not only for now, which is maybe you probably maybe can't do another loan, but if you do need more loans, social media marketing is a great way to go. But for 6 months, 12 months down the road, the groundwork that you're laying now is really going to come in. You're going to be glad you did it, particularly if it's not a lot of work. But first, before I talked about LO Socialbot, how we operate, how it works, how it helps you get leads online, I want to just share with you some stats that I think you'll find interesting and sort of highlight the changes that have occurred here recently with COVID. So between 46 and 51% of U.S. adults are using social media more. Maybe not you because you're incredibly busy, but a lot of the population, unfortunately, they aren't as busy as they used to, or maybe they work from home when they hadn't before, so maybe they have a little extra time to be able to check their phones. And so that obviously presents an opportunity, right? We're able to be in front of people more often, right? Because they're on the phone and they're on social media more often. Here's another one that sort of illustrates something very similar. Facebook saw a 70% increase in usage of all of its apps in the month of March. I mean, wow, that is a huge increase. And yet, marketing spend has gone down, or at least for the month of March. It kind of tailored down a little bit for Facebook and everyone else. It has since recovered a little bit. But the point is you're getting far more eyeballs on social media than ever before. And here's sort of I think it's sort of interesting to look at this. This is from eMarketer and how they think that this trend, while we have a major bump higher here recently, how it's going to sort of level off and stay at this elevated level of more engagement, more time spent on social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn and all the others, right? And not surprisingly, though, the type of content that's being posted on social media has shifted a little bit. Sort of from right to left. Sports, right? There's no sports, so which has been really sad. Travel, tourism, retail, consumer goods, all that stuff has dropped through the floor because we can't really do that stuff, or at least we couldn't during March and April, and so those have gone down. While obviously healthcare and entertainment have gone higher, and healthcare is sort of interesting one, and the fact that it goes well into what I want to talk to you about here in a little bit in terms of how to market on social media and how to be effective, because healthcare and what's going on with COVID and how we keep our families safe and all that kind of stuff is very personal. Like, it speaks to you. Well, the information is somewhat general, right? Because it applies to just about everybody. But as far as how you internalize it, everyone sort of internalize it, at least in a similar way, that this affects me directly, right? Or maybe somewhat indirectly, but the point is that it does affect you in a meaningful way. And therefore, people tend to pay a little bit more attention to it because it affects them more. And that's really, I guess, maybe the core point I want to make with how to sort of cut through the noise of social media sort of content that's coming out, right? And this has always been the case, but I think it's more important now than ever before, and sort of exemplified in that one chart, that you need to really make it about your friends, your followers, your family on social media. And the more sort of directed to them and the more timely it is, the more likely that they're going to find it sort of affect them personally, right? It means something to them. So if you're talking about what happened in mortgage and real estate, what's happening economically that's affecting interest rates or the value of their largest asset, their house, While you might be talking in general terms, it's speaking to them personally because either they're, want to buy a house, they're looking for a house, or they're in and around the business like your referral partners. And so they're far, far, far more likely to read a timely, relevant article versus what most people do, or at least social media marketers that help loan officers, is this very generic, general stuff that for first-time home buyers or investors and that kind of thing, while they have their place, more likely than not, it's not speaking to your family member because it's so targeted. The news content, that type of stuff, what's happening now, is the best way to cut through the noise in terms of content. And then, video marketing, that's nothing new, right? We need to do video marketing because if nothing else, it moves, right? So people are far more likely to look at it, to watch it, to like and share it and all that kind of stuff. In fact, what we find with our content is sort of what's, I think, industry average, which is anywhere from 3 to 4 times more engagement with our videos that we provide our loan officers that are totally branded to you, and there's news videos as well, than a typical post or a typical image on Facebook, let's say. And so videos are critical of any type. Personalized videos are fantastic as well. But the type of videos that we provide are super easy to implement, totally branded to you, look great, look professional, and are going to get you far more engagement and cut through the noise. So let's do this. Let me jump into sort of the 3 main reasons you need to be marketing on social media. Then I'm just going to launch into our actual product and the value proposition specifically. We got maybe another 15, 20 minutes, so not long at all. And you're going to see exactly how LO Social Bot, with just about no setup, helps you market on social media and get leads, right? So there's really 3 reasons you need to be marketing on social media. First of all, for those of you that are in the referral business, this is probably the most important. It's the stalking, right? People stalk you. 63% of prospects who search for salespeople online are more likely to do business with the salesperson if there's quality content on their social media. So they want to know that you're in the business and you know what you're doing, particularly in today's world, certainly over the last 3-4 years, where you are competing with the big banks because they're all over the internet. The Rocket Mortgages and all those type of people, they're always there. But you can compete and you can win if you have quality content on your social media that elevates you as the expert that you are, so you're top of mind, not Rocket Mortgage or someone else, right? So if you're in the referral business, people are going to check you out on social media. We all do it. You do it before you do business with someone. You want to know that they know what they're doing. And social media marketing and content marketing is how you do it. Increasing your reach. With LO Social Bot in particular, you can increase your reach through social media without really having to do much of anything at all. But that is one of the best sort of advantages where you can increase your sphere of influence with the sharing of content, if it's good quality content, with their friends and followers and family members and all that kind of stuff. My phone just went crazy. That was weird. And so that is, it's no different than you trying to increase your reach by going to some, happy hour and things of that nature back when we could do that stuff. But now we can do it virtually through social media marketing and other cool ways. Complement your emails. That's the last one. Real quick here. This is the stat I want to say. 78% of salespeople that market on social media outsell their peers. This is... I guess that's probably the biggest reason you should be marketing on social media, is because it works. It flat out works. It not only works for actually getting referrals from social media, but also because people are stalking you and want to validate that you are who you say you are and that you are truly an expert, and you demonstrate that through content on social media and throughout the web. And we help you do just that with LO Social Bot. In fact, let's just jump into how it is that we help you with that, like specifically what it is we provide, and then I'm going to walk you through the product, like how it works and how you set it up. It's super easy. That's normally people don't like you to walk you through a product because they want to show you all the sizzle with the stuff that they provide. And once you get down to the nitty gritty and actually, hey, this is where you need to click and stuff, that's when the wheels fall off. With LO Social Bot, it's so easy. We're going to show you how to do it in it'll take you maybe 10 minutes, but it's like a few clicks, okay? So here's the deal. The first type of content that we provide, and maybe the most important we talked about at the beginning, is the news content. This is the timely, relevant content that is meant to appeal to a wide audience, right? Because it's happening now, so it's affecting people in some way, whether you own a home, looking to buy a home, or if you're in and around the business like your referral partners. And we provide anywhere from 3 to 5 different news pieces each and every day. And you can go and you can say, I just want this to shoot off to my social media, maybe put a little blurb on there if you want to, and then boom, it's done. Or we can give you the ability to edit the content so that you can push in like local news and things of that nature that are really easy, but the bulk of it, the hard part, is already done for you. It looks beautiful, it presents you well, and it's totally branded to you like all of our other content. The second type of content is the content library that's full, hundreds and hundreds of pieces, first-time home buyer, investor, credit stuff, all that, that's meant to be just peppered in periodically, right? You don't post this all the time, even though a lot of this content stirs up emotion because it's talking to a very specific group, like, hey, I'm a first-time home buyer and I have questions, or my credit's trashed, I have questions, or I'm thinking about buying an investment property, I have questions. We have that type of content, but very few, right, of your social media followers are really thinking about that at any given time. And because of that, you just want to post that maybe once a week or so. But what's also great about this is that you can edit it as you see fit. You can just post it, which is like literally 2 clicks, or you can edit it if you want, right? You can change the images, you can change the text, you can add the text, whatever you want. We also have videos powered by VidMagic, and this is slick, right? So we queue up videos for you, news videos, first-time homebuyer videos, investor videos, hundreds and hundreds of videos. But we always do news videos, again, because it's timely, it's relevant, and you'll get the most action from it. But what's great about this is, again, you can just have it post to your social media, hands off, don't bother with it, or you can edit it. You can edit the text, the images, the videos, the audio, whatever it is you want to do with it. You have full control, but it is already set up, already done for you, so that you can push it off to your social media or download it as an MP4 and post it on your blog or YouTube or whatever it is you want to do with it. It's super cool, very easy to use, and like I said before, you get 3 to 4 times more of the interaction. Lastly, we actually have the ability for you to get leads, right? They're called lead pages, and they have some enticing language on there saying, hey, in this case, download the ebook that landlords want to keep out of the hands of millennials. When they put their information in it, they get an ebook, once again, totally branded to you. And in that case, that ebook's like 22 pages. I'll show you here in a second. You get an email saying, hey, you've got a new lead. It's really cool, super easy to use. So let's do this. Let me walk you through the actual setup of LO Social Bot. It's super easy. So when you log in for the first time, you're going to come to a page that looks like what's on the screen here now. I'm looking at the screen, but I guess you're looking at the screen too, but we're kind of different perspective. So in the middle of the screen, you normally get a pop-up that says these are the 3 steps to setting this thing up, but I'm going to show you what those 3 steps are, because this is sort of like, it's a test account, so it's sort of set up already for you. So on the left-hand side, you have the type of content, and on the right-hand side is the schedule. Now keep in mind, this is timely, relevant content, right? This is the news type content for the most part. You set the schedule once and you're done. Like, it just shoots it out. You don't have to do anything. It's really cool. So this overview, this is sort of geared towards Facebook, right? It's very skimmable, very easy to read. In fact, let me show you this one here. When you click on it, just like when you click on the post on Facebook, you'll come to a page that looks like this, your logo, your information, your branding all over it, and you scroll down here and it's super easy to read, really skimmable, and then they get down right here, which is the news part, which is, hey, these are the things that are affecting mortgage rates and real estate political, geopolitical, economic stuff, right? Now it's very, like I said, skimmable because Facebook is sort of a skimming activity. In fact, let me make it look like a giant phone, like you actually looked at this in your phone. And you can see it's just, you're just scrolling right through it. I mean, it's really easy. It's really cool. The thing also I want to point out real quick is on the right side here, this is like your blog, right? That just automatically happens. You don't have to do anything with it. But on the right side, you'll see these are all the posts that you've posted that that have gone to your social media. So not only will you have depth of content on your social media, which is mission critical, particularly if you're in the referral business, but you also have depth of content on your blog itself. So without any work, right? So if they go to your blog, you'll also see that you have a ton of content and you're active and you know what you're doing. In fact, here, let's just show you what it looks like on like Facebook itself. You can see 5 out of 5, everyone loves it. And this is sort of what a post will look like, right? And then you click on it, and then again, it goes to the post, has all the information just like before. And the difference is this is actually an in-depth piece. This is actually particularly well suited for LinkedIn, where your connections are real estate agents, financial planners, tax accountant, because it's in depth and it's it's got fundamental analysis, technical analysis, historical perspective. It's really meaty stuff, and this is where you find it on the scheduler. This is the in depth, and again, you just set the schedule based on when you want it to go out, and it goes out. We have fun real estate news and home tips. This is lighter side. It can be like sort of mortgage and real estate specific. I mean, it always has to do with home, but it might be like celebrity home listings, or it might be, stuff that's not directly real estate, but it has to do with home improvement and things of that nature. It's lighter. It's not meant to be so on the nose, elevating your credibility. Real estate market overview, that'll definitely elevate your credibility. And then credibility booster is sort of a consumer advocacy piece. You can two-factor authentication. Like, again, this isn't necessarily a mortgage and real estate, but it's about protecting your identity, protecting your credit, and making sure you don't get hacked, and why it's so important to have two-factor authentication. And by the way, you definitely want to do that if you don't, particularly on your important accounts. And so we explain what it is, why it's important, and how to do it. So that's a pretty cool one that isn't like, super mortgagey. All right, so that's step one, right? This is your schedule. Once you do this, it will just automatically push onto your social media. Like, you don't have to mess with it. Step two is to connect your social networks, which is a 0. You click connect and you're connected. And then step 3 is to edit your marketing profile, right? And this is like every other profile you've ever filled out a million times, right? There's like nothing to it. It's a big copy-paste job. You do those 3 things, and LO Social Bot will automatically post timely, relevant content on your social media so that you can help cut through the noise. You're posting, particularly with the news content, stuff that affects the people that are seeing your stuff. Oh, and by the way, total side note, we have a live chat here. So if you have any questions when you're going through this, I'm like, oh my God, where do I click? I forget where to click. No big deal. Just open up this little chat and you can speak with our member representative, or you can call us anytime. By the way, all of our phone numbers and all that are right down here. Okay? You can just click on that and you're there. Okay. Content library. I mentioned this before. We have hundreds and hundreds of pieces to choose from that you can just click and post onto your social media, or you can download the HTML, use it for your CRM if you want, or schedule it out in the future. So if we click on one of these, like here's one. Buying a home that you haven't walked through isn't the disaster scenario. So you click on that, and so everything is sort of filled out for you. So this post is done, like it's literally done. All you got to do is say, yep, I like it. It's exactly what I want. I want this to go out on Saturday at 2:22. Schedule, done. Like, that's all you have to do. That's it. Or you can change the image, the text, like every facet of it. If you want to localize it, personalize it, you can if you want to. If you want to grab the HTML so you can email it out, You can. We give you full access to it. So you just click on that, copy it, and put it in your CRM, and it works, because it even works in Outlook. So if it works there, it works everywhere. So we give you full access to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of posts. Again, you can post on your social media with almost zero effort, or you can leverage with your CRM. The other thing is we have videos. I mentioned this before. So all you got to do is, this is the video library. Up top is the news. These are something you definitely want to post on a regular basis. It gets a ton of action. It's a ton of value. It's super easy to do. Well, there's nothing really to do. But if you schedule it, it'll just go out by itself, like you won't have to mess with it. But if you want to mess with it, I'm going to show you how to do it here real quick. But we have tons of videos, right? Credit, first-time home buyer, investor, you name it, we've got it. So you click on it. This is the news video. I'm going to play it for you real quick, and I'm just going to explain a few things. Oh, I missed the button. That's funny. Oh, no, I just went away from it entirely. You have the ability to change whether or not it's images, text, color, text, positioning, absolutely everything in the video. The point is, that's the way it is. I don't know, I like it. Let's go with it. All you got to do is click on that, say where you want it to go, done. Like, that's literally all you got to do. It's that easy. Or you can say, oh, and by the way, you see where this one, it's normally you'd have another Facebook connection, but these are disconnected, so it's not showing. But you have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. All right, so but you can say, you know what, I don't like this image, I want to do something else. You just go to this. These are all the images that I've uploaded. You have access to millions and millions of images, or you can upload your own images. These are all places you can just upload your own image, but if you like this one better, boom, done. Like, it happens immediately, instant gratification. If you want to edit text, it just happens, immediately. New text, here, save, done. It's immediate, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times with video editing software, particularly online video editing software, you're never really quite sure if what you did really worked. With our stuff, you see it right away, and you can even play positions. And like I said, once again, totally branded to you. You can change the videos, you can change the audio. There's a lot you can do here, but it's very simple. Everything is one click away, so you don't have to there's no learning curve, I guess is my point, because you guys are super busy, and it's not like you need to have some sort of 10,000 hours worth of video editing training to be proficient at it. It's literally just kind of go, and everything's there in front of you. Lastly, thing I want to show you are our lead pages. There's more to LO SocialBot than what I'm going to show you, but I want to try to keep this video somewhat brief. We're already at 20 minutes or so, these are sort of the four key things. Now, we provide not only the lead pages, but also the ebooks that are totally branded to you. And in fact, here, let me just go back. Let me go back real quick and show you what it looks like on the actual page itself. So you see this right here? This is like your advertising banner versus Rocket Mortgage. Like, if you share a CNBC article, don't do it. You're better off doing nothing, because as soon as they click on that article, they're going to a world that's not yours. And chances are, God forbid, they're actually been looking for a mortgage, they're likely to come up with like Rocket Mortgage, like advertisement all over it. We don't want that. So this is your own advertising. And when they click on it, it goes to your own squeeze page that has, like I said, that enticing language. Download the ebook that landlords want to keep out of the hands of millennials. The visitor puts in their information. Say, yeah, I want to know what's going on here. They've been keeping info from me. I want to figure out what it is. Two things happen. You get an email and they get an email. but it's always totally branded to you. Let me pull it up over here on my other screen. I've been having crazy problems with my Outlook. Hopefully this actually worked. Oh, good. Outlook worked. This is the email that your visitor will get. Your logo, your information. They click on the link for the ebook. Again, it's totally and this is a 22-page ebook, by the way, so it's meaty. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to feel gypped. So this is their information. This is the visitor's information. Your information's here. All your disclosures, your compliance information. And this is, again, a quality, credibility engendering ebooks. They're not going to feel gypped or ripped off in giving you their information, because you're providing something of real value. You're telling them, hey, this is the process of buying a home. Now, this is the generic process. This is just what it is. You guys might have a little cool things that you do here and there, and that's cool, and you can add that. But for the ebook that we're providing here, it's just the process that's basically the same for everywhere, right? The basic information, appraisal, and how closings typically work and that kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. So here's the deal. I want you to just go to losocialbot.com. Okay, here it is right here. Well, that's not it. Let's see, losocialbot.com, and right here, claim your free 10-day trial. Now it's like legit free. This is all you put in your information. See, it's step one of there's no other steps. You just put in your name and email address, say I'm not a robot because you're not a robot, set up account, and boom, you'll be logged in right here for your own Social Bot, and you just go through those 3 steps that I just shared with you. Set up your scheduler, connect your social media, set this up, right? Connect, it's nothing, and edit your profile, and you're done. It will automatically post really cool, timely, relevant content on your social media that'll sort of separate you from the crowd. And if you have any questions during the setup, just click on that little chat thing over here or call us. Our information, or email us, but right at the bottom of every one of our pages. Thank you for checking this out. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll chat with you here soon.